Hi friends, I hope you're doing well. When I was in college, I spent a couple of summers as a church camp counselor at Camp Otterbein in the beautiful Hocking Hills of Ohio. I loved doing that. And one of my favorite things to do with groups was what we called the adventure trail. It was a series of challenges that required groups to trust each other and work together in order to complete. One of the challenges was a trust fall. That's where someone stands on a platform, ours was built into a tree, and then falls backward into the arms of the rest of the group. Of course, to set an example, counselors usually had to go first. Let me tell you, when you're working with middle schoolers, trust often sounds like, "Dear God, I hope they're paying attention." I was never dropped, and neither was anybody else. Trust is one of the primary pillars that relationships are built on. Whether it's spouses or friends or coworkers or parents and children or teachers and students, a relationship is only as strong as the amount of trust that we have in it. Now, I recognize that sometimes it's hard to trust, especially when we've been hurt or disappointed. And when we've been hurt or disappointed repeatedly, or at pivotal stages in our development, or in very deep ways, distrust becomes almost a part of our personality. It's like a conditioned response. Most of us are a mixed bag. Sometimes we trust and sometimes we don't. Sometimes for good reason and sometimes only out of selfishness. I started to think about the connection between love and trust. And one of the first passages of scripture that comes to my mind when I think about love is 1 Corinthians 13, which we often call the love chapter. You know, it's the one that goes, love is patient, love is kind. Well, in verse 7, the Apostle Paul gives us 4 short phrases, all of which point to the idea of trust. Verse 7 says, love always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Always? Really? Isn't that a bit extreme? Yes it is. And that's part of Paul's point. Love is always looking for an opportunity to give the other person the benefit of the doubt. Consequently, love is always trying to protect the integrity of the relationship. Love does everything in its power to trust. That means that love is always looking for the most generous explanation of another person's behavior instead of jumping to conclusions. Love always hopes, recognizing that there's more to the story and more to the person than what is immediately evident. Love always perseveres, not writing someone off or writing yourself off. Love does not give up on looking for the good. Love does not give up on being trustworthy, even when others are not. Love does not give up on building relationships of trust and respect. As followers of Jesus Christ, we can be, should be, and are leaders in building communities of trust and respect. Let's be trustworthy in our responsibility to do so. Thanks for listening. I'll see you again soon.